Good morning, everyone. It's the Todd and Erin morning stream on GephartDaily.com. More coffee.
I like the way you draw it out because you're waiting for me to go, this is the right order of words,
Yeah,
right?
in
And I'm
case
like,
you get it wrong.
No, you got
Right.
it. Okay, I've been waiting all night for this. I am so excited.
We have so many great things to show you, and we're going to start off with...
Okay, this is amazing. Okay, this is down in Manaus, Brazil, and it was two Mormon missionaries. They were standing on a street corner underneath one of those traffic surveillance cameras.
And this is a typical, one of the things that they do. They pull up, well, let's just watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they pull up on a motorcycle, bad guys on the motorcycle, one jumps off, the other guy pulls a gun.
Really scary. So one is like trying to, rip them off, take all of their wallets, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. Now, if you take a look, their two little companions are also getting robbed. This is where the big burly missionary starts whooping butt. I mean,
Takes their gun away, throws it over the fence there,
perfect.
and then just...
And he's like wailing on this guy. So even his little accomplice is running off like, okay, I'm done here. No, he's chasing the missionary's chasing
You know
him
what he's
across
doing?
the street.
He just opened a can of Smythe. He's smithing him.
He's smiting him. That's
Oh
true.
my
He is smiting
gosh.
him for the Lord.
Wait,
Wow,
there's still more.
He's still smiting him. That
Let
is
him- let
so
him-
epic.
Let him go.
Oh, no. But I think they're all trying to help at this point.
No, he's not done yet.
Wow. And he's
Wow.
still chasing the guy, still smiting him. Now, the sad part for me here, though, is that the other missionary companion, now,
Right.
you're supposed to stay together no matter what. You're companions. You stay together.
It doesn't mean you fight together.
Well, yeah, but the other companions they were like, my mom told me I was never supposed to throw.
Maybe he's
I
a...
got sensitive hands, so I'm gonna stand over here while you take on 4 guys.
It's like I have a piano career waiting for me.
I mean, that was number one. One of them is epic. The other's like, well,
Oh my
my
gosh.
hands are like really.
All right.
Okay, while we're on the subject of religion, this has got to be one of those epic. How do you explain this videos?
Check this. Check this out.
Okay, innocent-looking church, black and white, and then all of a sudden, incredible illumination
Because it got hit by lightning.
by lightning. Those were 2 strikes. That was 2 strikes, right?
I...
Wow. Now the church is on fire because it's been hit by lightning. That's not.
Why didn't it hit the steeple? That's what I'm wondering.
I know that's the highest point. Isn't that weird?
Because that's probably the only part that has lightning rods on it.
Probably so. But that is epic. I mean, that was like a monster strike, and this whole church is like on fire now because
Because hit
yeah.
by lightning.
Mm-hmm.
So yesterday, I went up to the Natural History Museum of Utah, and our friend Patty up there. Well, take a look. Hey, it's Todd from the Todd and Erin morning stream on GephartDaily.com. I am at the Natural History Museum of Utah, and it's all about the poison. You want to see? Follow me. All right, we're here with Lisa Thompson. What's your title here?
I'm an exhibit developer.
Okay, so we're standing next to an exhibit right now. What are these?
These are golden poison frogs, some of the most toxic creatures on the planet.
How many? One frog. How many people would it kill?
I suppose if 10 different people could lick that frog, they would all die.
She's so happy about it.
It's amazing.
But these are used where? In the Amazon, or where are these used to tip darts with?
Right, they live in the tropical forests in the Amazon.
Who caught them?
Well, these guys are only toxic because of the diet that they eat in the Amazon. And the ones that we have here eat little ants that don't have the toxins in them, so they're not poisonous.
I did notice something very important, that there is a lock on this door, and that's an important thing. Where does the food go in? Because if it was me, I'd drop it in from here with a stick.
I think they just opened the door right here and put it in.
How many people have you gone through doing that? 10. Kill all 10. That's right. If you're going to die and you're going to have poison or you're going to have venom, first of all, what's the difference?
Venom is always injected in some way. So there's a fang or a stinger that's injected you. Poison you come in contact with through your skin or through eating it.
All right.
So the end results are often the same.
But at least you know what killed you.
That's right.
Now, who is this? The wandering spider.
It's 3 times life size here, which is still a little scary because that's one big spider. And it does have a very toxic venom. It's interesting though, it usually isn't fatal to people, but it's often fatal to horses. And so it's an example of how venoms are these really complex cocktails of all these different toxins that can be targeted to different prey items.
If it doesn't kill you, do you want to be dead, though?
In many cases, you might wish for a period of time that you were.
Hi, Erin. What's up? No, I'm still at the museum. Yeah. No, I'm just thinking about your family. I'll be home soon. Okay, bye. This is Evelyn. She's 24 years old. Are you 24? You're 5. You're 5. What have you liked about the museum so far? What's your favorite here?
I don't know.
This is your what?
Our 3-year anniversary.
Yay!
Okay, so 3 years anniversary, right? 3-year, and you're in a exhibit about poison. All right, so we have cures for poison? No, not so much. Now, you say these are shark teeth up here, right?
Yes, but people didn't know that they were fossilized shark teeth. They thought they were dragons' tongues. And since dragons were incredibly powerful creatures, obviously if you dip a dragon tongue in your food or wine that's been poisoned, it's going to purify it.
What about these? What are those right there?
I don't know if you really want to know. It's
Oh, no.
digestive.
Now I do. Now I do. What are they?
It's a bezoar, which Harry Potter fans will know about, but it's a stone or other hard object that was found in the digestive tract of goats. Obviously something you would want to use to protect yourself from
And
poison.
what would you do with those round things?
I mean, you think you'd grind it up and mix it into the thing that you feared was poisoned.
Oh,
to
I was
cure
thinking
yourself.
something much worse than that. So I am so glad you're going to just do that. Yeah, right. Nero, poison. So come on down, check it out. Just don't eat anything. All right? Thanks. You know, what's so funny is Lisa, who was talking there, was so happy about people dying.
Were you talking about my family? You don't think I noticed the crack
Let's
about
move
the
on.
witch's cauldron?
Let's move on, shall
Were
we?
you talking about my family?
Let's talk about the brawl you started on Twitter.
Okay, this one is totally not. Okay, this is completely my fault, actually.
Foot and mouth.
Okay, Zachary Levi, if you like him, he plays Farandel in, of course, the Thor movies, and he's also, you love him, he's Chuck. You remember Chuck the Nerd Herd on TV?
I love this.
Totally adorable guy. He's absolutely sweet. Well, he's coming to Salt Lake Comic Con, and they announced it this last week, and they're like, yay, big star. We're kind of excited. Adds to the big star value. And so we follow each other on Twitter, Zachary and me, but it never once occurred to me that he would actually, pay any attention. So I tweeted, so very happy that Zachary Levi is coming to Comic Con, because that puts us one step closer to Tom Hiddleston, who is my internet boyfriend and also plays Loki. So Zachary fires back with, you're saying that Fandral is a gateway drug to Loki? I can be down with that. This is an awkward moment for me where I realize, oh crap, he actually read that. So I come back with my famous disclaimer of, we can just skip the debate that's about to rage if you bring Tom with you to Comic-Con. It's like you're brokering, world peace. And that, so yeah, that worked out great.
What happened to the public? What did they do?
Brian Brandenburg, of course, who's one of the founders of Comic-Con, then steps in very kindly to end the debate with, I'm not sure if it's a gateway drug as much as it is Thor play. Get it? Thor play! That rocked! That was so good. So, to be fair, I did private message Zachary and go, I was just kidding about the whole Tom thing, and, we love you, and Fandral's, awesome.
Too late, Erin.
And he tweeted back, that's all right, because you're about to be buried under 1,400 tweets telling you that Fandral's hotter than Thor. And he says, so you're pretty much getting what you deserve. And by the way, he was completely correct. And I'm sorry, especially all those girls in the Pacific Rim who wrote me angrily in Japanese. I couldn't read any of it, but
they were bad.
I'm really sorry.
So how many people attacked you?
I was around 1,300 by the time I just got tired and stopped trying to apologize. By the way, Zachary is giving out hugs at Salt Lake Comic Con this weekend for a $10 donation to Operation Smile, which makes him even more adorable and makes me even more guilty.
You know what I don't like about this whole thing? Is my name's on there with yours. And I didn't do anything.
You're getting tarred by just association.
I'm collateral damage.
These things happen, sweetie. I'm
All right.
sorry. I'm sorry. All right, maybe we should just go to Daisy and change the whole subject. She's in the Gephardt Daily newsroom. It's brought to you by Robert J. DeBry. Robert J. DeBry has offices in Salt Lake City, in Sandy, and then down in St. George. If you'd like to get more information about how they can help you, just go to robertdebry.com. Also brought to you by Brent Brown Toyota down in Utah County. They are bending over backwards for you. If you want to see the car inventory, all you have to do is go to brentbrowntoyota.com. Daisy, what's going on today?
Hi, Todd and Erin. Happy Wednesday. Here's what's making news in the Gephardt Daily newsroom this morning. Dramatic video shot by security cameras shows two LDS missionaries as they fight off armed robbers in the streets of Manaus, Brazil. The video, recorded on March 11th, shows the missionaries standing on a corner when they're approached with a man with a gun. One of the elders grabbed the weapon and wrestled it free, managing to throw it behind a fence before trading punches with one of the would-be robbers. The missionary managed to get a few good licks in before the bad guys scrammed. A spokesman for the LDS Church confirmed the incident, but did not provide the missionaries' names. And an Ogden man rescued from a dramatic house fire on Monroe Boulevard in Ogden last week has died from his injuries. Bobby Joe Orris, age 42, was trapped inside the burning home after a natural gas explosion blew the roof off the two-story structure. Orris managed to crawl to safety but was severely injured. He passed away at the University of Utah Hospital, on Tuesday. And missing St. George teen Mason Smith will soon be the subject of an upcoming show on the Discovery Channel. The almost 19-year-old vanished from his family's home nearly 2 years ago and has not been heard from since. Smith's case will be profiled in an episode of Disappeared, which will air on April 2nd. And a quick look at today's weather. The temperature Wednesday morning in the mid-40s along the Wasatch. Highs expected to hit the mid-70s later today. It's a perfect day for my mum's birthday picnic. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Now, I promised.
Thank you, Daisy.
We promised you at the beginning of this that we're going to show you some funny stuff today.
Epic video.
Epic stuff. So I want you. You know what? Just watch this.
It's painful.
Scandals happen all the time. The question is, how do democracies respond to those scandals?
And what will it mean for the wider region? I think one of your children has just walked in. I mean, shifting sands in the region. Do you think relations with the North may change?
I would be surprised if they do. Pardon me.
That's all right, carry on.
My apologies.
What's this going to mean for the region?
My apologies. South Korea, the policy choices.
Oh man! Oh man!
This poor man, I feel so badly. This is so something that Zoe would
All
do
right,
to us.
here we go. Here's the run through. I
So
like it.
being all serious, then
Oh
his
my
little toddler
gosh.
comes struggling in, and she's just strutting right in front of him. He's trying to kind of bat at her very politely, like, "Honey, go,
And
Daddy's working."
He's
Daddy's
like a
working.
financial guy. I mean, it's
And
straightforward. You know.
He doesn't break character though. And now the baby in the walker gets in, and here comes poor mom. She's skidding into the room. She's crawling. She's thinking she's out of camera range, I think, because she's all hunched over desperately trying to drag the kids out.
And this guy's just trying to do a financial
Look at his
report.
face.
Here goes the little one. Out of there. But wait, there's one thing left. The door. Oh my gosh.
That poor woman.
That's
And he kept character the whole time. I was so
hilarious.
impressed. You know, it's funny when we were on the air and Zoe was born. They let me stay home for a few months to stay with her, and I just broadcast from home.
We used an ISDN line, which no one uses anymore.
No, and then after a while, I kind of snuck back in the studio, and I had her in a sling, and I'm like, she's like a newborn. No one's going to hear her. Zoe had this uncanny ability, you know, right when the mic was open, and she'd go, "Ah!" at the top of her lungs, and my general manager picked up on that real quick, so
did the
Zoe
audience.
stayed home. Well, yeah, they liked it, though, I think.
Now, I don't know if you can see my laptop here, but this is just a prop now. My laptop is just a prop. There it is.
It really is.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything. It's not turned on, and the reason is, here's a picture of my screen on my laptop.
That is so sad.
Someone actually came in the room and went, "That's a great graphic."
Oh, funny.
Yeah, it's not a graphic. That's my computer screen. Now, I got to tell you, this is about 6 years old. My friend Fred, he does Fred Fix on Facebook for computers and stuff. He's kept this alive for 6 years.
He's nursed that sucker along. It's pretty sad.
And a lot of people upgrade after 2 or 3, but
we're poor.
We're poor. So that's what I've done. Now, he gave me some great advice, and you can use this at home too. He said, get a ladder, put it up against the house. So take the laptop, go up to the top of the roof, set the laptop down, and then jump off. He's an expert. How can I doubt him? So this is just a prop in front of me now, and it's basically a stand for paper.
It was delightful, too. Our son Zachary apparently stepped on Todd's computer bag to raise himself up higher to the mirror to admire his beauty.
Like a treadmill.
More
He ran on
excessively.
it.
Yeah. All right, coming up next, when you're a journalist, you get some really weird story suggestions, and when you have to throw that out to get people to interview, it gets a little freaky. We'll tell you coming up next. Merit Medical. Why work for fast food wages when you can start at Merit for a whole lot more? Merit Medical. Great products, great people, a great company. Learn more at merit.com/careers. The law offices of Robert J. DeBry and Associates, with offices in Salt Lake City, Sandy City, and St. George. Check them out at robertdebry.com.
Welcome back to the Todd and Erin morning stream on GephartDaily.com. Now, explain this, because we haven't talked about this.
Well, no, this is
Writers' requests.
Well, this is a godsend for journalists because I used to write for a couple of online magazines like Exo Jane and Jezebel, and basically your editor will throw a story idea at you, and you have to go find people to interview. Well,
Right.
Twitter has a hashtag now where you can basically say, has anyone had this experience, or does anyone do this, or does anyone like this? Except for some of these get really troubling. For instance, people who love their tarantulas and dress them up and take them for walks.
What?
Yeah.
How many people?
That editor is a very horrible human being.
That person's scraping for something.
Yeah, and they get weirder and weirder as you go along, looking for ladies with a sneeze fetish for explorative feature in Love It magazine. Good fees. Contact me. Yeah.
A sneeze fetish?
I'm pretty sure I'd turn that one down if that were me. In love with an inanimate object. Or got a different crazy story? Tell it and sell it.
Like a car?
Like, yeah, what do you... There's guys, though, I would actually put that... Yeah, I would see guys actually calling for that one, saying, I do. I love it more than my wife.
Yeah.
Remember the guy with his motorcycle?
Don't talk
Okay,
about that.
It gets worse, though. There's another one. This is exactly what I could picture. We're looking for someone who's willing to talk about a sexual encounter with a ghost for live TV on our Supernatural Week. Really? That's what you come up with?
That almost
Not
happened in
displaced-
Ghostbusters, remember?
Oh, yeah. Really? You couldn't go with like a displaced object or something? You really went right to it.
That was more like a romance kind of thing, though.
Really? You're thinking that for
Yeah.
sure?
So, Blizzard.
Okay.
The blizzard is going on. My sister lives in New Hampshire, so we thought we'd check. Yesterday, she was getting hammered.
The poor East Coast is destroyed, and we're having
Snow.
70-degree temperatures over here. Like,
Snow
it's
was
great.
going like this. That's why it's a blizzard. Let's take a look. This is the live cam in Portland, Maine. Now, they're by the coast, so they got a lot more sleet, so they didn't have the buildup.
That's not as bad. I mean, it
but
looks
they don't
chilly,
have to
but
worry. You know why they don't have to worry?
Tell me why.
Because of this guy.
Kitty.
Caruso the dachshund. There he is right now, plowing and saving people's lives.
Caruso the dachshund.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Couple good things about him. He's not unionized.
Are you embarrassed right now?
Which is good. And he works for treats.
Oh, look
as
at
you'll
his little
see.
hat. That is
Yeah.
the cutest thing ever. Okay, that is just sad. Really?
Yeah. See, but look how good he is.
He's getting right into that
Right?
whole ice buildup. That's
See?
the dog
Here
is
he
on a
is.
snowplow.
Ah, the treat, the payoff. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
So what, you said you were going to bust me on something else.
No.
What was
This
it?
isn't busting you. This is actually protection for me, because if I end up dead, I would just like to point out to you that Todd is the one who killed me. I'll explain why. Okay.
Can you blame?
Todd likes to communicate by leaving notes around the house, and it's up to me to kind of decipher what he might have meant, and they
Oh,
usually
no.
go on the hood of our stove. First one, we have a trazodone issue. Okay, I'm freaking out because this is my son's meds, and I'm like, okay, did he OD? What happened?
That's a good no.
Did the dog eat them? What's happening? So I'm freaking out, and then Todd says, oh, no, his meds just spilled over in the fridge, and they dripped down, so we got to get some more.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, that's not how you word something when you're talking to a mother about a medication issue. But that's not the only one. For instance, there is chicken. So
Well, there was
I
chicken.
Logically looked in the oven, assuming that there was chicken for dinner there. Nothing there. So then I looked in the fridge. Nothing there. Then I looked in our white trash winter kitchen, which is basically our side door where
stoop.
we keep food overflow.
Like
Nothing
the
there.
pioneers did.
So he came home and he's like, well, why didn't you make dinner? He says, it was right there. And I said, and he opens a cabinet door and there's a plate of ice cold chicken sitting on top of all of the dinner
Because
plates.
there is chicken.
And I said, why did you leave it in the cabinet? And he goes, because where else would I hide it from the boys?
There is chicken.
Okay. Now, here's the one
Straightforward.
where I feel a little bit bitter, because this note would have been especially helpful
Oh, yeah.
before I opened the garage door.
Yeah.
Now, I used to love raccoons. They would go up on the deck of our cabin, and Todd would leave a little bowl of water out for them and some scraps of fish, and they would wash their little paws in the water, and they were so cute. Well, the screeching ball of death that came hissing at my face when I opened the garage door was nothing like that.
I warned her.
I'm running around the yard screaming, and the twins are laughing helplessly because raccoons, they're so cute, right? Well, they're not as cute when one hooks his claw right into your heel.
There was a note.
I found that out too when I went to the ER, and the doctor is jamming cotton into my ankle, and he goes, you just missed a permanent disability by 1/4 of an inch. So I'm home trying to hoist my gigantic bandaged leg up onto the couch, and Todd comes in like, what happened to you? And I'm screaming, what do you mean what happened to me? Why did you put the raccoon in the garage? Now, ladies, I think you've probably seen this expression from your husband before, that look of incredulous disappointment where he said, well, I wanted to hold it to make sure it wasn't rabid. Right?
There was a note.
Okay, so, there's some notes, though, that you don't even question. There's some notes that just make you pick up your car keys and leave the house. You're on your own, honey.
Oh, yeah, there was poop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're on your own.
yeah. I tried to call. You didn't answer, so I left a note.
Thanks, honey.
All right. I feel so bad.
Why?
Because yesterday we missed something. And, I like to keep current. I like to stay in touch,
Oh, yeah,
and
celebrate, yeah.
And
sure.
yesterday was Pi Day, National Pi Day.
Oh, yeah, the mathematical equivalent, so they do this funny little take on it because, pi and
No.
this equals MC
No.
squared. And,
No. Pi.
Well, no, baby.
Yeah, pie. You got pumpkin. You got the lemon stuff.
So-
National Pie Day.
I see. So this is just your own little personal fantasy going on
and
here.
there's
then.
the lattice top. Oh, Pie Day.
So this isn't really going anywhere.
No, I'm
This
just
is
looking
just
at
you
pie. I wish we had
having a
stripper
moment.
music behind this. Another lattice
Oh, that
with a
does look
sugar
tasty.
coating.
Yeah, that does look
Stop
tasty.
hitting me. All right, and then the little pies. All right, so
It's
there
the
you
blueberry
go.
crumble. Yeah.
Enjoy, even though it's a day late. Enjoy National Pie Day. We're Todd and Erin with the morning stream on GephartDaily.com.